Hi everyone, it's Tawney. Today's video is going to be a declutter, but it's going to be a little different than what I usually do because usually I go through my products, I kind of pick and choose which ones I want to get rid of. I kind of take you along, not quite live, but basically like in the moment as I'm getting rid of things. This time, I have my box of what I'm already going to be getting rid of. So I've already kind of taken that decision and finalized it, and now I'm just going to talk to you guys about it. If you can't tell how little I use these products. So I think I'm going to go through face products first. And then I think I have mascara, concealer, and lip products in this one. And these are things that I don't ever plan on selling on Poshmark, giving to someone. Like some of them I haven't used, so I feel comfortable giving them to people, but I'd rather give them to people that I know compared to people on Poshmark. Because I get it, like, if it doesn't have a wrapper to, like, close it up, I'm not going to buy a lip or eye product. Because that's an area I don't get into. And so, I don't sell those things because I wouldn't buy those things. But I have a big box here. We're going to kind of go through everything that I've decided to get rid of. So, to go ahead and get started, because I'm already, like, 5 minutes into this video. It's going to be shortened, but I'm basically 5 minutes into filming. So, I'm going to get rid of the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. Every time I say age perfect, I always say perfect. Like, I can't, like, not syllableize it or whatever. But I'm getting rid of this because I do not like tinted whatevers. I don't like serum whatevers. Anything that's not, like, a full medium coverage foundation. Like, it's not an actual foundation. I don't typically like it. Like, I have a tinted sunscreen, but it's a sunscreen. Like, it's specifically sunscreen. This isn't quite. I feel like it's helpful, and I know a lot of people would say that it's not your SPF, but honestly, if you're not going to use SPF, this is your next best bet because it's still SPF in some way. I like that this is a 50. I just don't know how accurate it is because, like, you don't put on a whole lot, but this is a product I would, like, douse myself in because I want to get coverage, but I just don't feel like it's something that I really gravitate toward. I'm not really, like, using. It's just not something I, like, really want to have in my collection because I'm never going to use it. I also am getting rid of the Maybelline Fit Me Tinted Moisturizer. This is in the shade 118 for the same exact reason. I don't like tinted moisturizers. I've heard this one is terrible compared to the Wet n Wild one, but whenever I used this one, I didn't hate it. So I don't know, like, if this one is really good or bad because, like, I didn't hate it whenever I used it. It's just not the coverage I want in a product. I prefer to, like, not have my face look like this whenever I'm done putting on my foundation, or at least that step of my makeup routine. So this is just kind of, this is going to go because it's just not the type of product I want. I'm going to go through, I have some blush cream and liquid products. This is the Physicians Formula Natural Defense Triple Defense Multicolor Stick. It has an SPF of 20. It's in the shade Soft Pink. This is what it looks like when you take the cap off. I've used it like once or twice. I think Jessica Braun suggested it on her page, so I went out and got it. I really like the shade, but I just don't ever use it. And with it being kind of this balmy type, like the way it looks and feels and like how it would feel applying on your, like, hand, or if you put it directly on your face, it's just not something I like, so I'm just getting rid of it. Like, honestly, I really like this type of applicator for a blush product, but that one doesn't have that. This is the Profusion Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blush in Rosé. I'm only getting rid of this because, if you can kind of tell, it looks a little like it's separating almost. And then just this shade, I did swatch it on my arm, and you'll see the thumbnail of this video is my hand covered in lipsticks, lip liners, lip glosses, the occasional balm, and I think some blushes are thrown in there. But then I also went up my arm, but I just didn't show that in the picture because my hand was more impressive. Like, when you see it, you'll know. But I'm just getting rid of this because it's just not the shade that I'm, like, going for. Like, you can see it in the tube. It, like, on camera picks up more peachy, but here it's just not. And I think I only got it because it was, like, the first one I could find in the store. I have the Makeup Revolution Liquid Blush in the shade Peach Filter. I really like this. Like, the shade is really different and unique and bright and poppy. I just, honestly, I hate to say this. When I look at it in my collection, I don't want it. I just don't need it. I'm not here for it. I just want to get rid of it. Every time I see it, I'm just like, I want to get rid of it. And I don't know why, because everything about this is something that I gravitate toward. And, like, I like the shade. The shade looks a little bit different than it does in the tube, like when you pull it out. I have some bronzers in here that I'm getting rid of, only because I just don't ever use them. I got the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade 21 Nude because Emily Noel is like a big Rimmel fan. She always pushes Rimmel products. And I got this. Fun fact, this is my second one of these. I don't know whatever happened to the first one unless I used it or it broke or whatever, but I ordered this one from Walgreens online. And I bought a bunch of products that were like fun, let's test it out, see how we feel about it type product. And it was a couple years ago, but it came cracked. So I told them because something came like shattered and this came cracked and they sent me both of them for free, like brand new. And it came like a couple days, like really quickly after I sent them the complaint. And I really wasn't complaining. I was just sort of like, hey, just want you to know like this happened, fix your, like, because they sent everything. It was in a box similar to this and they just had it all free floating. And I was like, bro, you like can't do that. And I was just literally telling them like, fix it for next time so this doesn't happen to someone else. And they're like, here's a bunch of products. But I really like this shade. I feel like it would look nice on me. I just don't ever use it. Like I forget it exists in my my drawer with the bronzers, so I'm just getting rid of it. Same with the Flower Beauty Heat Wave. The Heat Wave Luminous Bronzer in Sunswept M1. So I guess it's, I don't know what the M1 stands for. Allie Glines, she recommended, she tried this one and the Cool Toned one and said she loved both. And we have like fairly close complexions. She liked both of these and I think I did have both, but I think I decluttered the Cool one a long time ago because I didn't even use that one much either. Like I used it a fair bit whenever I first got it, but then I just sort of, you know, but if you know me, I don't like a baked bronzer. And then this thing is chunky. Like I'll show you compared to the Maybelline City bronzer. Look at that. Look at that. It's like two of them combined. Like this just too chunky to fit in my drawer. I'm also getting rid of the Maybelline City bronzer. I hate to do this because it was such a big product when it came out. Mainly because Maybelline just didn't have a bronzer and we needed more bronzers in the drugstore. But I think it was pretty much just Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer was like the only we had at that time when this came out. So this was a big deal that some other brand came out with a bronzer. But this just doesn't, like they had 3 shades. This is in the shade 200 because I think it was like 200, 300, 400, something like that. But I picked the lightest shades. I used it a good bit. I just didn't really gravitate toward it like I thought I would. So I'm just getting rid of it. I got the LA Colors Bronzer in Beach Babe. I think I got it at my Dollar General. I like to buy makeup at Dollar General, but most of what they sell is stuff that's like been out for years. They don't have anything new. They sell Maybelline, but like they don't have much new stuff. I got this there and I've used it like a couple times, but just it didn't really do anything for me. So I just, you know, I have products I like more that I'm more passionate about. So I'd rather use those. I got the Wet n Wild Let's Play Together Complexion Trio. It's 2 bronzers and a highlighter. It's the Sesame Street limited edition collection. I got this because I just thought it was kind of cool. I wanted to get something from the collection because I filmed a video. I could try and put it in the eye somewhere if I remember to. I'll probably forget, and if you want to comment and remind me to do that, I can do it, or I can like put the link in the description or something like that, that I can actually like do what I'm saying I'm going to be doing in a video. But I got this because I really like the shades of the darker bronzer and then more of like a contour bronzer. The highlighter is a little dark for me, but it's honestly not too bad. Like I can get away with it, but it's like leaning a little too dark golden compared to what I normally use. But this one is almost a little glittery. I don't know if you can tell because my lighting is like atrocious. Ever since I moved into this house about a year ago, I have not been able to find great lighting for this room. Just don't really use this, don't really like this. I'm just going to get rid of it because like I haven't used it, so like what's the point of keeping it? All right, blushes. I got 3 blushes here that I'm getting rid of. Powder blushes. We already did the cream and liquid. I got the Maybelline Fit Me blush in Coral. I just don't use it. I think it's a little bit shimmery and I don't have a problem with that. It's not a color I feel like I gravitate toward. Same with the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Pearlescent Pink. Just not a color I really use. And then this Essence Satin Touch blush in the shade Satin Coral. I don't know what it is about coral that I keep decluttering. I feel really bad. But I've used this a lot, but it just doesn't do anything for me. Now we're moving on to lip, and I have, I think, a couple concealers and maybe I think there's some mascaras. So this is the collection of stuff that I'm going to be giving to family and friends, people I feel comfortable sharing lip and eye products with. Some of the eye stuff I'm going to throw away because it's old, and I'll show you why I want to get rid of it, because some of them are just, ooh, man. So I'm going to start with lip products because that's what's on top. There's Catrice Powerful Liquid Lip Balm. I like the color. It just didn't do anything for me. Same with the e.l.f. I don't know what product this is, but it's in Coral Kiss. I don't like this packaging. The top part, like, it's hard to show you, but the top part like bows out more compared to the bottom, and I hate that. And that right there just makes me not want to keep it. But then like here's the shade of it, and I'm just not feeling it, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of the L'Oreal. It's in Blissful Blush. I'm not sure what type of product this is. It says lip color. I think this is one that it's like a mix between a liquid lipstick and a lip gloss. So it's a little bit more opaque. I think that's the word. More filled in. Not like clear. But it's, I guess, a little more opaque than a regular lip gloss. I really like the doe foot, how it's at figure 8. I feel like that really like sits on your lips so nice and comfortable. And this one like bends a good bit. So overall, it's like a good made product. It's just not the product for me. And like the color, it's one of those, it's like leaning mauve, but being pink. And I needed to pick a side. And I don't know why I picked that color. I'm just going to get rid of it because I don't use that one. I don't use the NYX Butter Glosses in the shade Creme Brulee or Praline. And I think Creme Brulee is the real popular one. I just don't like the shade. I know it's hard to see, and I'm not swatching any of these because my hand's already been covered in product. I just don't like the shade of this. And this one in Praline is just too dark. Like, when am I ever going to do a dark lip that I want some, like a lip gloss that dark? Like, I kept one shade because it was like a medium between those two, like more of a neutral brown. And I feel like I would use that one a lot better. And I hate to get rid of Creme Brulee if it's so popular, but honestly, if I'm not going to use it, what's the point of it being popular? I have the Maybelline Color Sensation Matte Lipstick in the shade More Buff. And I love this product. You can see that it's pretty well used. The only reason I'm getting rid of it is because I have 2 or 3 others of this. And this was the shadow that I liked the least out of all of them. It was close. It's, again, one of those shades where it's like kind of pink, kind of brown, but trying to be both. And I just have a pink and a brown that I like better, that I'd rather keep those than this one. I'm getting rid of the Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Bal Harbor, only because I've had this for so long that it stinks. It literally smells like paint. And look at it when I pull it out of the applicator. Like, look at how goopy that is. I'm not keeping that. This Physicians Formula Muru Muru Butter, don't come at me if I said it wrong. I don't even care. I got it out and that's all that matters. It's in Brazilian Sunset. I forget who recommended it to me. I swatched this and this was like the goopiest like it was so shiny and wet that I instantly was like, I gotta get this on my hand. I can't, no, I can't. I looked at it and I was just like, nope, can't do it. And that shade's just not for me. So I was like, have to get rid of it. This Petal Pout Lip Mask from Flower Beauty in the shade Nectar. I think Kathleen Lights or Jessica Braun recommended this. I know this is old. And I know that I probably could have cleaned it off, but like, look how gross that is. I've had this for a couple years now. Same with this, this NARS Afterglow Lip Balm in the shade Orgasm. I think I got this in a collection or something. I forget what I got with it. I think I got a NARS blush or something in the shade Orgasm. I like this. I just don't use it, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Give it to a good home or something. Give it to my sister. She might use it. I have the Milani Ludicrous. I honestly have no idea. It's a lip gloss in Teen Spirit. I just don't, it's like thick, which is what I want, but it's again, that color that's like mauve-y, but it's just, I'm just not feeling it. My mom might actually like that, so maybe I'll offer that to her. It's just not my thing. Let's go into liquid lipsticks before we switch gears into other products. Yeah, I have a couple. Not many, but I do have a couple. I didn't declutter quite as many as I was expecting to, but I have 4 right here that I just didn't like, and I'll explain why I didn't like them. So Makeup Revolution in the shade Queen, I'm getting rid of, not so much for the shade, oh my gosh, can you just like stay? But because it is a pencil, and then also it's a little too light, so I'm just getting rid of it. I don't like pencil lipstick or liquid lip liners. I don't really care for them, so it was an easy decision for me to get rid of. I have the Essence Soft and Precise Lip Pencil in the shade Charming. Getting rid of this just because it's just not my shade. I think my mom might like this, so I'll give it to her. And again, it's a lip pencil, like a pencil, so that's why I'm getting rid of it. Rimmel's Lasting Finish Crayon Contour in 1000 Kisses. I'm getting rid of this just because it's not my right shade. And again, pencil, you know, easy decision when it's a pencil. And now I have a retractable one. I hate to get rid of it, but it's just not like, I swatched this and it was so like orangey, like peachy that like, and that's usually my shade. Like in a blush, this like a little bit maybe oranger is my shade. This is almost shimmery. I think this one came with the Powerpuff Girl collection. It says BFF, but I think it came with the Powerpuff Girls collection, but I'm not sure. It's just not the shade I like, and I hate to get rid of it because I don't have much ColourPop lip products, just because I don't buy them. I just don't really gravitate toward them. I hate to get rid of it, but I just don't want it. I don't use it. I'm just passing, you know, getting rid of it. For concealers, I only have 4 that I'm getting rid of, and they may surprise you. First one is not a surprise. It is the Age Perfect Radiant Concealer from L'Oreal. This is, can't tell you the shade. Oh, 210 Nude Beige. I'm getting rid of this only because I've used it. I can't tell if it's separated or not, but I've used it. I don't like the doe foot. It's like, I don't mind the paddles. I prefer more of a doe foot where it like fits into that little crease right here. This isn't too bad. It smells a little bad, but it honestly doesn't smell like bad. It just smells different, but I just don't ever reach for it. I'm not interested. It's not a product I really like. Yeah, just getting rid of the L'Oreal one. I'm getting rid of the Maybelline Activewear Super Stay Concealer. It's in the shade 10. I'm just getting rid of this because I don't use it. I don't see myself using it, and I hate to get rid of it. It does smell a little, but I think that's just the way it smells. It smells like the Wet n Wild foundation, but I just don't use this, so I'm just getting rid of it. I'm not going to keep it. Like, I'm just not interested. I'm getting rid of the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer in the shade 15 Honey, only because I've had this for such a long time and I don't reach for it. It is my type of like product, but I got the new one, the new Catrice one, and I just don't really like, I gotten this one once before and I just kind of let it sit and dry and like rot and whatever. So I was like, what's the point of getting it again if you're going to do the same thing? So I'm just going to get rid of it and just be done with it and just leave it how it is. I'm also getting rid of the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Concealer in Fair to Light, only because I hate the applicator, the sponge, any product that has that. If you have a sponge, the sponge is meant to help you and actually be a sponge. No, it just soaks up product like a sponge does. That should have been my clue. Like, I literally think you have to pull it out, and there's a doe foot, a big doe foot. It's like a buck foot, kind of. Well, it's the paddle. Ooh, I don't like that coconut smell. I know everybody else does. I do not like the smell of coconut. But it's really like rough on the skin, and like, it's just not, it feels nice and cushy, but it's just not quite as flexible as you'd want on a product like this. And I just don't ever reach for it. And I hate the smell. So the smell makes it makes me not want to use it, basically. Last up, we have mascara. And I have some that I absolutely hate, some that are old, and some that I just don't want anymore. So this is going to be a wild ride. So I saved it for the end. All right, so one I'm just getting rid of because it's old. CoverGirl Exhibitionist and Very Black. Whenever you pull it out, it's not quite as, okay, there was a chunk that just fell. It's not quite as goopy as some of the others. It's not quite as like stuck together. I don't feel like the formula has dried or like the liquidy mascara product has dried. It smells in a way that's I'm not comfortable using, but it smells a little weird and it's just old and I just don't use it anymore. I have other ones that I like. This one is good. It's not great, but it's good. Like, I liked it enough that I kept it. I have the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Mascara. I'm just getting rid of this because I don't use it. So I didn't use it whenever I got it. It was only a couple dollars, so I don't really feel like that bad. But like, it looks a little thick, which is a sign that like it's getting old and like it's drying out and whatnot. It smells a little funky, but I can't tell if that's the product itself because sometimes you just can't tell. So I'm just getting rid of it. I think I might get it again to try it out because I want to try it out with the eyeliner because I love that eyeliner. So I want to try them out together and see how I feel about it. I'm getting rid of the, I think this is L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes in the shade, I don't know, it's black. I think this is L'Oreal. I'm just getting rid of this because I hate this applicator. I just hate these wands where they're all like plasticky prickly because they end up hurting your eyes, and if you stab yourself then you can't see, and it's just a fiasco. I'm just going to get rid of this because it's just not, I don't really use it, so I'm just kind of done with it. I'm also done with the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes mascara. I don't know what shade it's in. Some of these don't say. I just usually get black, very black, darkest black. That's usually what I do. This one just kind of looks like it's drying out. I've had it for a while and I think it's okay, but it's not great. It's not as good as the CoverGirl one. So if that says anything. And this one smells a little bit too. So it's like, good time to get rid of you. All right. Here's one. I think I've used this maybe once or twice. This is the Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara from L'Oreal. This is meant, I opened this and was shocked. I literally forgot that this product was this product. And I was like, what the F happened to this? There's like nothing there. This is for your lower lashes. I like the concept of it. It's one of those, so see how like bendy this is, and it has like those like plasticky bristles. Not my cup of tea. I like the flexibility, but sometimes they're too flexible that they almost like just wiggle too much that you can't get them to like do what you need them to do. I don't need a mascara for my lower lashes, but I'm just getting rid of it because it's not necessary. I'm getting rid of the It Superhero Mascara. This is the OG formula. This is the original formula that they came out with when it first was released, and then they came out with a new formula a couple years ago, and it's never been the same since. Like, it's okay, but it's not as good as the original. But this one, when you open it, it's like the bristles are stuck together. It's so old, and like, it's not that the formula's dried out, but it's gotten so like thick that it's not workable. But this one's just gotten hardened. And I'm like, am I realistically going to use this? If it's gotten hard, and it's an old formula one that I probably got in like 2016, 2017. I hate to get rid of it, but it's not doing anything, so it's like, what's the point? This last one. This is Profusion. It's in the shade black. It's the Faux Lashes Mascara. I don't like this. I hate this one. This is my least favorite one of them all. It smells a little bit, so I think it's no good. This one is way too bendy. Way too bendy. Like, it literally can't even go in the tube. It's that bendy. This one, I don't think I hated. It wasn't in my top 5 video. I'll try and put that in the eye because that was an experience. I got like 5 or 6 mascaras all at once. Literally all of them were terrible. The worst mascaras I've ever used in my life, and I bought them all consecutively. Imagine. This one, I feel like you could put in that video, but it would probably like be in like the top 1 or 2. I think either an Almay or a CoverGirl one was in the top, was like the number 1. And then the rest were basically number 5s because they were all bad. So this would be like a number 2. This one wasn't terrible, but it's not like, I like the packaging on the outside, and I think that's why I kept it for so long, but I just don't care for it. So I'm just getting rid of it. Let me know if there's any products you think I should keep. I probably won't, but let me know if there's any you think I should keep. Give me a good argument down in the description box telling me why I should. Maybe you'll change my mind. Maybe you won't. I doubt you will, but you never know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell down below so you get notified when I upload my next video. I really hope you like this one, guys. I really wanted to get rid of some stuff, and I feel like sitting down, filming it really helps to kind of like put it in my mind. You're done. You don't need this. Get rid of it. I hope you guys have a good night, good weekend, good evening, whatever it is. I'm filming this on a Tuesday night, so have a good rest of your week, whatever day of the week you find this on, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.